Okay, after All Quiet on the Western Front, I feel motivated to watch the next movie. Oh, it's Cimarron. Okay. Okay, Cimarron here was the very first Western to win an Oscar for Best Picture. So, of course, I would really hope to love it because it's a Western, it's the first one to ever win an Oscar for Best Picture. And if you haven't watched Westerns, I suggest you watch some Clint Eastwood movies. Or like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That's a good one. So what is Cimarron about? Right. So Yant here doesn't really like staying in one place for a long time. So one day he decided to want to move out to another town. One with his wife Sabra and also his son Cimarron. And also another person, but he doesn't really matter. Even though he was the best part of this movie, he doesn't matter. He's one of the best parts, though. They decided to go to this town, and Yancy made a successful newspaper business by actually creating headlines before it even happened, because he heard there was this criminal, so he had to track down this criminal, shoot him, and then he sets up a very successful newspaper business. And then one day after staying for a while and also having another child, it was a girl, and also some adventures where Cimarron also is in love, suddenly found a love of a native girl. He just left. He just leaves, leaving everything to his wife, Sabra, to take care of her 2 children. And if you think that it sounds long, it is. The setup is that long. The setup is very long. The setup is very long. But it's the best part of this movie. The setup is long, but it's the best part of this movie. You get the idea here? You get the idea? You get the idea? If the setup of a movie is long, it can still work. I have another example, but it's later on this list. But if the setup is the best part of the movie, that means the first act of this entire movie is the best part. You know you screwed up. You know you screwed up. Like, seriously, you know you screwed up. Seriously, the beginning of, like, the final act should be your best part of the movie. Your climax should be your best part of the movie, but no. No, the setup is the best part of this movie. Cimarron, I had high hopes for you. So, here's the problem. This movie feels like, oh, it's going to be this movie. It's like, this guy, he likes moving a lot, so it's going to be, a journey across these towns. But no, it's not a movie about journey across towns. But then he settles down in one town and decides to try and find this guy. And it's like, oh, it's about this guy trying to catch this guy. But no! What it's about, it's single parenting! That's what you want from a Western, right? Cimarron, you idiot! I know it's like based off a book. I think it was based off a book. Is it? I think it was based off a book. But this movie executes it so poorly. Like, what? Like, it doesn't even make the single parenting scenes memorable. Like, what's the conflict? Like, Sabra's trying to keep up with the newspaper company with her children? Yeah, sure, that's a conflict, but what else? What else? What else? Give me more! Give me more! So that I get interested. Don't just give me this one simple thing that anyone in their right mind is already automatically thought of. Give me something that you have thought of that is not what everyone else could have thought of. It becomes boring. And the movie's name is Cimarron, so why not, like, instead of the perspective of, like, Sabra, why not the perspective of Cimarron? But they didn't even go that route. The only conflict with Cimarron is that he's in love with this native girl that his mother, Sabra here, doesn't allow, but his father, Yancy, allows. And that conflict solved so fast that makes the rest of this movie fall flat to the ground. Maybe a movie about single parenting can work, but you have to give it more drama. So then it's more entertaining. You get what I'm saying? Setup is entertaining because you have lots of action scenes over a simple concept, right? So the action scenes are what makes the setup so exciting. But what the single parenting part should do is introduce more dramas and conflict so that it's more entertaining rather than, it's like this. In an action movie, in any movie, a plot can be simple as long as you have lots of inputs into it, okay? In an action movie, a simple plot can work if you have tons of action. It can still be fun, okay? In a drama movie, you could still have a simple plot as long as you put so much drama into it. But this doesn't even really have that much drama, honestly. That's why it's forgettable. That's why it's boring. That's why I wouldn't want to watch it again. So, yeah. So, one reason why this movie was terrible was because of the setup. The setup, how do you fix that? Just don't show it. This is one of those rare instances, I'd say, where telling it in one line is better than showing it in, like, over an hour. But you still have to kind of show it in, like, maybe some flashbacks can work, but just don't show it too much. The setup makes you have more of a higher expectation of what's going to happen next, but it made itself more disappointing. It's like going up to a climax and the climax was anticlimactic. It's bad. It's bad. Don't you think it's bad? Of course I think it's terrible. It's the worst decision that they have ever made. Like, what? Even the ending is unsatisfying. For the first Western to win an Oscar for Best Picture, this was the worst one. Worst Western I've ever seen in my entire life. So do I recommend you to watch this? No. Don't watch this. Please. And, do I think this movie deserves that Oscar for Best Picture? No. No. So, have you watched Cimarron? What, did you like it? Did you hate it? Please comment down below. And, if you like this review, please hit that like button. If you want more of this content, hit subscribe. And if you want to be notified more of when I'm going to be uploading, then, you may hit that bell, I suppose. Apart from that, see you next time. Goodbye.